We're back, baby. Penny the Pintara. We're getting ready for a drift event. Drift is at the end of the month, May. 4 weekends away. Get keen if you want to come watch it at Symmons Plains, Island State Drift. So we got to get this big girl ready. If you don't know it, Barra Turbo, 450 kilowatts, gas motor, E85, and everything else supporting it. So, what we're doing here is adding a roll cage, because then we can have passengers, which would be a good laugh. We also fan for all cooler, fan for the intercooler. Yep, thanks, Matt. Fan for the radiator. The thing's about to take off with the amount of fans on it. All fresh fans on it, because we were slightly overheating it last time and we only ran like one eBay fan, so we went full roll reversal and we're fixing it. Other than that,
this one's pulling the air and this one's pushing from the back.
Yeah, and all the standard lock that we can get.
And the gears run out real early.
Dan thinks we've got to change diff gears. It's got 411s.
And
is that recommended for drift?
11 kilowatts.
Teach me. It's got a kilowatt of gear. That's the main hoop for roll bar. We got rear bars, we got side intrusion bars, and a diagonal hoop as well for the main hoop. I'm learning to cut this, and then that slots onto here, which is pretty usable, and I'm pretty stoked. That's my first cut, first practice. I was pretty worried about how to notch pipe, so happy it's pretty straightforward. You do some fancy marking, cut straight down there, and basically that's a notched bit of bar. Perfect. So
you realised how thin it is, yeah? Hey? You realise how thin it is?
Oh, it's going great.
He's cutting through, isn't he?
Absolutely, way worse than me.
We are mid-roll cage fitting. We got the hoop in for roll. None of us have fit a roll cage before. I'm going to be straight up with you. So if you see anything that looks a bit subpar, it might be, but it'll work. And it's going to be built to spec. Motorsport Australia, Schedule J, that's what it is. So it is built to spec. Will be CAMS approved. How long have you been building cages for?
Yeah, this will come good.
What is this? Did the pumps all work when you drove in, Dan?
Well, one did because it drove in.
Good. A good rule of thumb when you're doing a roll cage is a tack is a ton of weight. So we got like 4 tacks, and this car's only a ton, so 4-ton tack, good.
Yeah, Kai reckons you could put a 1-ton pulley on that tack and it won't come off.
Are you planning on running into a pulley?
Well, let's just say if you got to straighten something, you could use that.
Yeah, we could. Well, we've been doing some fabbing, if that's what you call it. So I wasn't doing much filming, but roll cage is pretty well in. Main hoop, backstays, diagonals cut and notched, ready to go in. What's left is tack the diagonal in, put the door bars, intrusion bars in, down to the sole plate down the bottom. And we have a roll cage. Fans are on tonight. Headlights work for the night drift event that's coming up. We achieved plenty. I've rocked up to finish this cage off. This is Miles. He used to ride push bikes. He thinks he's famous.
You're an idiot, mate. You're an idiot.
What's your Instagram handle? He's all talk when the camera wasn't on.
We're crowded.
Miles Smith. What's your Instagram handle? Right, here it is. Is this his push bike account?
I think they're the same thing, aren't they?
Miles, it's not really focusing. Miles Smith, 18.
Not that bad, really.
Bro. Anyway, hit him up because he was razzing me, so razz him for me.
What about his Snapchat?
No, I don't need his Snapchat. We're here to finish this cage off, and I think we're about there. Pull this out. Welder's been working well. But side intrusion, happy days. Got the diagonal in, rear brace, backstays or whatever they're called. This thing is solid. And I'm pretty happy, like that's come up well. A little notching with the grinder and yeah, I'm stoked. This has taken us that Wednesday night that we just did, and I spent an hour here, 2 hours probably, to get it all in. So I'm pumped. The cage is looking pretty good. I'll get it fully welded off. I'll probably get it tigged. I'm not any good on the TIG, so I'll get it made into TIG it so it's solid. And that means we can have passengers and the cage is finished. Other than that, the car's pretty well ready to go. I'm gonna change a fuel filter, and I got another fuel filter to the rail. Not gonna change anything really on the motor. We had trouble with this coming loose just from the heat, I think, last event. So we've tightened all that up, but basically could clean the air filter and the motor's ready to go. We are looking into adding some more angle to the steering because it's just got factory 31 steering angle at the moment. I've got a mate here that knows a bit about it, so I'm gonna put it on the hoist. We'll ask him. Well, it still runs. Yeah. Lovely. The oil's warm. Everything's just looking good. So I got on the hoist, and these are our stock lower control arms. Stock basically everything. The only thing I did change was caster length. I just machined it off. So apparently I want to run these extended lower control arms. They're longer. So that'll go here, thunk, up in there a fair bit longer. And I can buy a different, where this that's called a knuckle. Buy a different knuckle to make that closer. Or I might just cut it, move it, all these specific dimensions. Basically, I'm gonna have more steering, more lock, and it'll drive a whole lot better. So that's the next job to do. And then it's ready for drift. And I'm pumped. Thanks for watching. Got a roll cage? Heck yeah.